will. Welcome to week 14 of building my custom Venator. This week we did some amazing things, such as building the interior of the Venator. Now, I said I wasn't going to do too much with the interior, but this was something that was really small, and it really didn't take up that many bricks. So we are starting to work a little bit on the interior because, well, it just kind of worked out that way. You guys will see in the update, but let's get into this update without further ado. Starting off this week on the Venator, we've had some great progress, as you guys can see with this section of the Venator mainly, and I want to show you guys just how much I've done over the past week. So this week we actually inserted this thing into the Venator. Now you may have seen it in the past. I'll pull up a little image right now of what it used to look like, but we made this red rim thicker. The old rim just didn't look so good, and I think this looks a lot better. The only problem is it may be too big for the Venator. I think it might be a bit too big, so I might make it smaller, but I really like this design, so I don't know if I want to get rid of it. Let me know in the comments below if you want this to be smaller or bigger, but basically how I put this in here is like this. Something really simple. It's just two beams like that, and they just go right here and it pops right into place. It's really simple to access and it's easy to use. Now there is a small gap if I push it out of the way, just because it's like impossible to fill that gap. It really is. I've used so many brick techniques and it's just, I spent a lot of hours on this. It's a big pain because I was really originally trying to connect it with these kind of bricks and just so many different combinations I've done. It's really insane, but I think what we have now is a really good finished product. Hey, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. Do you want it to be smaller? Do you like it as is? Because I like it as is right now. But if I move it to the center like this, you can barely notice the gap. Like, I mean, it's not too big of a gap, and I'm okay with this. So let's move on to the next part of the progress this week. This week I worked on this section as well. It looks good. This is the proper slope for the Venator, so that's pretty nice to have that set up. And I secured this to make it really strong with the right kind of angle, because both of these are going to be inward. It's going to be basically the same slope as this, except it's just going to be more of them, and it's going to be striking down to like right here. But yeah, overall this looks great. I just need a 2x4 dark bluish gray brick right here so we can fill in that section, because I mean it looks pretty good, right? Like, I mean, like, that looks pretty good. You can barely even notice the joint right there connecting them together, which is really nice. Then we start working prototypes on this thing right here for the side door. It's looking okay. I'm not in love with it yet, but again, I still have to order parts for that and really complete that. So maybe we'll work on that a little bit more this week. But we also have this kind of like door thing that we can slide in. So this is how it will really look like if I were to go with this design and complete it. But again, there's tough stuff that I still have to do, so this is not a priority right now. We're mainly just focusing on getting the outside built, making sure all the panels are secure, everything's strong, and the bridge. The bridge is something I really want to work on as well. One other thing that I want to talk about this week that I managed to accomplish so far is this beam right here. Now I'm not sure if this lines up with this, but if it does, it's another great support for the second half of the panels, which we've already built and shown many times on the channel before. But I'm liking how this panel and this, well, not really panels, but I like how this truss and this truss are extending. I think they're the same angle. I might need to make this a bit higher, like right here, to make it match with this one, but we'll just have to wait and see for that, because nothing is really set in stone so far. But the good thing is, the frigate fits. These two are attached to each other, and I'd like to attach this to this, but we'll just have to wait and see, okay? Play it by ear. Now, there's another thing. Can you believe it? We did so much already and I didn't record any of it. I'm so sorry, guys, but once you start playing, you really can't stop. We have a new section right here. So, as you guys heard last week, this section was moved over here, so really the side hangers will be right here and right here. So it'll be taking up this space. But this space will be practically empty. So I thought about what I could add to this space. Compartments or something just to add to this section to make it, you know, a bit more roomy, you know, something like clone barracks or something. So what I am thinking is maybe having some clone barracks right here, like sleeping areas and stuff, and then over here will be the armory. Now let me show you the armory because it looks really cool. With this very bad angling I got right here, this is how the armory is looking. I do have this doorway kind of resembling from Battlefront 2. I'll try to find an image of that right now. But for the Battlefront 2 games, there's two side doorways, one right here and one on the other side, which I plan on putting one on the other side. But I just thought this was a nice doorway to put in right here. And then I thought I'd make a massive brick wall to cover up this truss, because I really don't want to be seeing this truss. So I made a massive brick wall to cover that up, and so I can put one of these Technic hinges. Well, not really Technic hinges, but it's just a regular hinge to put right here so I can connect it to this and it'll be a really strong connection. But there is one problem with this doorway. So as you guys can see in the doorway, there is part of the truss right there, which is a bit of a problem because it's not fitting within the doorway space. So something I do plan on doing is maybe extending this Technic beam right here a bit further out, you know, just so that it doesn't get in the way of the doorway, because that would look really bad. But I do plan on having this door right here be automatic along with this one and this one. Now this is gonna be like a 4 to 5 stud wide thing because the truss is here and we're trying to cover that up. But yeah, this is gonna be basically the Armory. I don't have these plates actually laid down yet because I am just testing it out, but we're not going to really expand on this part of the Venator yet because we gotta finish the bridge and everything else in the Venator first. The interior is the last thing to come on this project because, you know, I'm running out of time and money before Brickwork Chicago, and I want to be able to complete this thing before the convention comes. So maybe the interior won't happen, maybe it will, I just don't know, but we're running out of time, money, and parts for the Venator, so I'm trying to get at least the exterior done before Brickwork Chicago 2022. Alright, we have a small progress report, and I think I might end the update right about here. I'm not sure if I can really continue on this week, but this week we have this amazing thing right here. Okay, so this is a prototype design for what is to come with the Venator in the future. This is the bridge, as you guys kind of see how I'm kind of constructing this. Now this isn't very accurate. I'm just doing this for scaling to see if I like the way that this is built. I'll have to rebuild it a bunch of times in gray. You know, that would really suck a lot. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think I have to move this up a bit more forward because according to Venator pictures, it looks like that this section is moved up a bit more that way. So I might do that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but this looks pretty good in the ways of scaling. I think I'm going to end it off like right here. I'm not going to have to extend that high because I think that just looks bad. But I mean, if I ended it up right here, let's just not look at that for a second. That looks pretty good in the ways of height, to be 100% honest. So that looks great. But yeah, that's probably gonna wrap it up for this week on the Venator updates. Alright, sorry guys, I was lying. We can't just end the update like this. I had to put this panel that I kind of constructed on there just to see how it looks so far, and it looks great. I'm super happy with this. Actually, I'm not liking how this panel is looking for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just the way I have it angled. I mean, this isn't even lined up for Christ's sakes, and I don't even have it lined up properly. But I just wanted to do a quick rundown to see how it looked, how things were scaling together, things were looking. Alright, I think I might have to fix this area a bit more because I don't love how that looks. I feel like something feels like it's off, you know? I don't know what it is yet, but maybe it's just because I don't have the top section right there. But we'll just have to wait and see because I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm sure I'll figure it out because I figured out this section pretty well and now it looks great. Well, I'm not even done with this section, to be honest with you guys. I gotta put a bunch of these plates on, make it thicker right here. It's a long stuff, a lot of parts. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this week on the Venator update. Thank you for all your donations. And let's head to the outro for real this time. Alright, that wraps up week 14 of building my custom Venator. I feel like we made some great progress this week. We do have a lot more to go though. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe down below. It does help. Every single sub does help, in fact. So that's all for now, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.